Shalom, and welcome back to Bnei Noach Academy, Thoughts on the Torah and Life. Please remember to hit the like button, to subscribe, and most importantly, to share this insight and inspiration with friends and family. So we're still in the series on the topic of prayer. And we've gone through some of the fundamentals of prayer, and now we're in the phase of explaining the technicalities of prayer. What should be done? What is the most appropriate way to pray? So we discussed the venue. Now let's discuss the person who's praying. In the book of Psalms, Psalm 35, verse 10, King David says, Kol atzmotai tomarna Hashem michamocha. Literally translated, all my bones, all my limbs will say, God, who is like you? Remember, we spoke about the idea that prayer fundamentally is about praising God, about acknowledging God's power and presence. Well, here it says, all my bones, all my body parts will speak to you, will say. I want to ask you, does your foot talk? Did you ever hear your stomach talking? Did you ever hear your heart speak? It's the mouth that does the talking. Perhaps the mouth does the talking. Okay, I understand that the heart and the mind are connected. But what role do the rest of the body parts play in the prayer to God? One would ask. But here it clearly states that when one is praying, true, one is using the mouth and their thoughts in a most active and obvious manner. But indeed, the psalmist tells us, no, every single part of the body, the whole person's being, prays to God. And this gives us perspective on how one has to prepare, one should prepare for prayer. You see, it's not enough to have your mouth clean, which, by the way, you shouldn't have anything in your mouth when praying. As the verse says, Yimale pi tehilatecha. Quote, my mouth shall be full of your praises. Thus, there shouldn't be any foreign object in your mouth. I'm not talking about braces or something that's affixed or dentures. I'm talking about something like chewing gum or candy or what have you. But here, the insight is that it's more than just that. It's more than the mouth being clean and ready and prepared for serving God. The entire body has to be. A good example of this would be is you should be clean. If one is all soiled, one is not comfortable, one is all sweaty, it may not be appropriate to pray. Perhaps you should first clean up, first wash up before you go to pray. If one is in need to go to the bathroom, one is not clean, you would say, well, what does my colon have anything to do with it? Well, the psalmist tells us that the entire body, every part of the body prays to God. So in short, before one goes to pray, it's not enough to just have it in your mind and in your heart, but you need to prepare your whole being, your whole body to go and pray. Think of it this way. If you were now to appear before an important dignitary, a president, a king, even a governor, a mayor, or the most important sales meeting of your career, of course you'd be setting yourself, preparing yourself, make sure that you are clean, make sure that you are well prepared, not only spiritually, emotionally, but aesthetically, to go and meet that dignitary, to go and meet that important client. How much more so when we go to pray to God? Our entire body should be clean, should be fit for this special occasion. Even though it's something we do all the time, it shouldn't lose its value. It shouldn't lose its virtue and reverence because we do it so often. Every encounter of prayer, every prayer, every time we pray is a special encounter, is that ultimate encounter with the ultimate dignitary.